Good morning and welcome to Trans4mational Thursdays with Coach Ellis. Hey, this is the day I spend just a few minutes talking to you about quips, quotes, and cruminisms. These are words and phrases I've picked up over the years or I've developed over the years that speak to our circumstances, situations, and conditions that help us along this path of life. So I ran across this quote several years ago. And it says something like this. First they'll ask you, what you doing? And after you tell them, they'll ask you, well, why are you doing that? And after you're successful, they'll ask you, how did you do that? First they'll ask you, what you doing? Then they'll ask you, why you doing? And after you're successful, they'll ask you how. So the reason I bring this up is that when you are doing great things, somebody's going to ask you, why are you doing that crazy thing? What crazy thing are you doing, and why are you doing that crazy thing? It doesn't make sense to me. It's never rained before. Why are you building a boat? We've never done it like that. Why are you trying to change the way we do things? I've never seen that before. What is that? And when you begin to move along your path to your personal greatness, very few people will understand. But don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged. Because even though they don't understand, Lady D, even though they're confused by what they see, when you have crossed over into that place where no one has been before, when you've boldly gone where no man has gone before, for you Star Trek fans, when you've done this, then everybody will wonder how you did it. And how you did it is very easy. It started with your dream. It started with your vision. It started with this idea about not what was possible, but why is it not possible? There's I think it was John F. Kennedy, President Kennedy said, many see the things that are and ask why. I see the things that are not and ask why not. During your transformational time, when you are after your design, purpose, destiny, and legacy, during this time, when you're striving to be relevant, empowered, authentic, and legacy leaving, don't let other people's short-sightedness, don't let other people's lack of understanding, don't let other people's lack of vision, don't let other folk turn you off of your path to greatness. Because here's a secret. You will meet the resistance on your path from the folks who love you the most. Your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your husband, your wife, your children. You will meet the biggest resistance among the people who love you. Not because they don't want you to be successful. They don't want you to be hurt. Not because they don't want you to be great. They just don't want you to fail. And this perspective of just don't fail keeps many of us from just being great. You cannot win big if you're not willing to lose big. You cannot be great if you're afraid to fail. In fact, John Maxwell writes a book, Failing Forward. This is how to fail to greatness. That every time things come up differently, you're learning a new lesson. And when you're going through and you have a blip, you have a break, you do something and there's what seems to be a failure, somebody's going to ask you, what you doing that for? And when you get past that failure, when you get to the next place and you fail differently and you fail bigger, they're like, why are you doing this crazy thing? But when you get over all your failures and you've corrected all the stinking thinking, and you've gotten past the place where you care that things have not worked out the way you designed them, they're working out the way they should. When you get to that place where you say it is this way or the highway, and the highway is not an option. I'm going to go through. I'm going to be great. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to do this thing because this is my place of greatness. When you get there, they'll stop asking you what you're doing. They'll stop asking you why you're doing it. They'll start asking you. They'll begin to ask you, how did you do that? And then you'll be able to tell your story of how faith begin the path to greatness. Hey, I'm Coach Ellis. You got comments, questions, or issues? Give me a buzz at coach@elliscrum.net, or you catch me on Facebook at Coach Ellis. Until next Thursday, have a one-tabulous, transformational Thursday. God bless you.